Hello everybody, welcome to my first official live here on TikTok. I am Chef Anita, just Anita, and today I just wanted to hop on here and just have a little chat session. But I'm realizing that where I have my phone placed, it might be difficult for me to see any questions you may have. So I'm going to be doing a lot of this, so hopefully I don't offend anyone. Anyway, we are making empanadas today. I'm just going to give a few other people a little time to come in here and, join us if they would like to. But again, my name is Anita. I am very new to TikTok, in case you have not noticed. I'm not new to being in front of the camera, but this is my first official live with TikTok today. My page is full of food and travel and all of the chefing that I do with my travels and here where I live in the Napa Valley, where I actually owned a restaurant for 6 years, and unfortunately we had to close in 2020. So for the last couple of years, I've just really been expanding my business, which again involves traveling and cooking for amazing people out there. Right now, as I said in my intro video, I need to make a bunch of empanadas. I have all of this pre-made dough that I use for private events. Now, this is the dough that I use when I travel with empanadas because it holds up better than the one that I make for private events that are local. Especially if I'm doing like a mushroom empanada with cheese, it tends to water down the dough. So this pre-made one is absolutely perfect for that. And then it'll freeze for me really beautifully. And I'm able to transport it, fry it up or bake it, and it turns out beautifully. Today, the picadillo that I have is this one that I made for a private event that I ended up with 2 quarts of it left over, and it is a Cabernet Sauvignon beef empanada, and all that has in there is just some Puerto Rican spices. You know, I make my own sazon, my adobo, a little sofrito, definitely a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon, some carrots, some onions, coriander, salt, pepper, what else is in here? Garlic, onion powder, name it. We got it. And then we put in a little bit of tomato paste as well. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be using a 2-ounce ice cream scoop to form these empanadas. And then I'm just going to put them into individual little bundles, and I'm actually going to gift them to my friends. Why am I doing this? Because I am moving, guys. I am moving. It is now 7 days away. Oh my gosh. So my kitchen is very bare. Everything looks crazy behind me solely because of that. I am going to be moving, and so I've packed everything away, including all of my clothes. So I just literally just keep rewashing the same stuff. So I didn't want any of this to go to waste. I am going to be defrosting my freezer and donating all of the spices and everything that I have left over from my chefing events, and I'm just going to give those out to my friends. So I figured what better way to say goodbye to everyone that I love dearly here in the Napa Valley than to go on ahead and just make a bunch of empanadas and say, here you go. And actually, there is one friend that I absolutely need to give some empanadas to because her daughter specifically told her while she's studying for her bar exam that she misses my empanadas and she wished that she had them. So I am going to be putting together a really nice little bundle for her so that her mom can send it to her in school. So if you guys have any questions at all during this live, please, by all means, ask away. I'm just going to literally be standing here and just rolling empanadas for you. And I'm hoping that the dough will hold up because it has been frozen for about 3.5 weeks. And sometimes it can get a little tacky. And actually, I forgot to grab a little bit of water, so give me 1 second here. Don't look at my mess. Don't look at my messy kitchen. I don't use an egg wash on these to bake them up. I use olive oil, but I do keep a little bit of water nearby just in case when I braid it, it looks like it's not going to hold. But if that doesn't work, trusty old fork, going old school. That's the way to do it. So I'm just going to build them and put them aside here. And like I said, I'm just going to be making some bundles and just gifting them to my friends. So let's see how many I can make with 2 quarts of this beef picadillo. So like I said, I'm very new to TikTok. I am very excited for the new followers I just got. I'm very, very excited for those. If you guys like what you see on my page, please go on ahead and follow me. Hit that notification button. I have my Instagram on there, my YouTube channel as well, which is also new. Instagram pretty much has everything I do is in terms of cooking. All of the years I've been cooking here in the Valley, I've been posting on Instagram under Anita Cooks 1, the number 1. See, there you go. There's a cute little empanada, and then that just gets put aside. So Anita Cooks 1 is my Instagram handle, and then here I am the real Anita Cooks 1. Someone told me that there was another young lady who had the same name as I did, and they started following her thinking that it was me, so I decided to throw the real on top of there in front, just in case, so people weren't confused. Anywho, so YouTube, Instagram, and now TikTok. I wasn't sure if I was going to be joining TikTok, but with this big move, I have discovered that this platform is actually pretty awesome to just kind of bring you along with me and take you to all the places that I love to eat at. I'll show you what I love to cook for my dinners at home. And so that's why I decided to hop on here. TikTok makes it pretty easy for people like me who don't necessarily have I have a concept, but not something that, you know, is repetitive. I'm more of a creative person who loves to share what she does and the things that, you know, I do. So that's why I chose TikTok, because it just made it a little simpler for me. I felt like when I tried to do that on my Instagram page, people got a little confused by it. So I leave Instagram for specifically all of my cooking, and here TikTok I will have, you know, live events and some vlogs. The place that we're moving to is actually quite exotic and quite beautiful, so I'm excited to just bring you guys along with me all over the place, literally. So today I just wanted to get to know you guys and see who comes on here. Hi. Who am I talking? Oh, Aprez. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining me. If you guys see me going live right now, please share my live. Please tap, tap, tap on those likes. Definitely, please. I'm trying to get a bigger following so that I actually have a bigger platform and really show you guys what I can do. So again, today we're just going to hang out and chat a little bit while I roll these empanadas. But I can tell right now that my dough is definitely going to give me a little bit of a hard time. The edges are a little dry, but once I make them, I just kind of, you know, pat them down like that a little bit and then put them close together on my sheet tray over here. And then that way, when they get defrosted, because these are going to get refrosted, refrosted, they'll hold together for my friends and people who are going to be enjoying these. So again, if you guys are new here, thank you for coming in and saying hello. If you guys have questions, again, please, 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 please go on ahead and ask away. Anywho, so I am listening to a little bit of music in the background. If it tends to be too loud for you, let me know, but I think it's pretty okay. So, things about me. I have been a chef now for coming up on 13 years. I started this career a little late in life. It was not my first career choice. I was a model for 13 years. I started modeling when I was 14 and loved every second of that. But then when I turned a certain age, I flipped that into an acting career. I did a lot of commercial acting and modeling. I gave up on the high fashion side of things. Had so much fun acting. I was good at it. I loved it. But then I was living in Chicago at the time. And then we decided after a trip to the Napa Valley that my career is going to completely change altogether. And that was me becoming a chef. Like, the experience I had here was just mind-blowing. So I decided that I would go to school and graduate and open up my own little restaurant here in the Napa Valley. And I accomplished all of those things in a very short amount of time. I worked my way through kitchens in Chicago. I worked for people like Carlos Gaitan, Paul Verant. I worked with Dominique Crenn here in San Francisco for a short time. That was when I still thought that I wanted to do fine dining, and then I quickly realized that it wasn't for me. So I moved on to work with Chef Paulie Lapetito here where I live, and helped in the kitchen during the open of Chichio restaurant. It was 4 girls, 1 kitchen. Amazing. And we built a following, and it was the funniest experience I ever had. I worked a wood oven, I worked the stove, I worked garde manger. I did it all. It was so much fun. And during that time, I learned that where I was living, while there wasn't a lot of diversity in terms of restaurants, I knew that I can open up a Caribbean restaurant and it would be well received. I just had this gut feeling, you know, and busted my butt, and I did it. And I had a great run of it. A lot of amazing people came and supported us for all of those years. Gosh, I miss it. The name of my restaurant was Protea. Protea, just like the flower. If you want to look up the Instagram on that, it's Protea YV. And it's still up. I refuse to take it down, even though it's been coming up in a couple of years since we closed. But I can't take down that Instagram just yet. And not to mention that my private chef business is also called Protea, so it gives people a good place to go and kind of check things out. So, doesn't look like we have a lot of people on here today. Boo-hoo. But that is okay. That is quite all right, because again, I'm brand new to this, and hopefully with a little bit more advertising, people will know that I'll be going live a little bit more regularly. I'm going to try and come on here a few times before I leave. So again, there is consistency in what I'm doing. I'm still learning all the bells and whistles. I'm sure there is a way for me to notify everybody that follows me that I am actually live right now. But again, I'm just shooting in the dark right now, following all of those great creators out there who have a big following and just learning from them as much as possible. So I even have TikTok right now saying, share the live video, encourage more viewers to share. I'm afraid if I touch my phone, it's going to come tumbling over. So we're just going to roll with who we have here and see who hops on. I have about maybe, I'm hoping 35 or 40 empanadas to make. I didn't even count how much dough I have. But like I said, I can already tell that my dough is going to give me a little bit of a problem rolling it out if I take too long with it. So I'm going to keep it covered so we don't have a lot of issues. So where is everybody from? My 2 people following me right now. I know where you're from, Perez. It's a little lonely here talking to myself, but it's okay. I know in time people will get to know me and they'll hop on here as soon as I do. So I'm having a lot of fun anyway. I do love to talk to myself while I cook and listen to music. There's no other way to do it, honestly. Just got to be able to have fun while you cook, and that's what I like to teach people who ask me about cooking, which I've done. I've taught classes. I do private events where people bring me in and I cook up a whole meal for them and, just kind of break it down and show them how to do it. Or I'll come up with recipes for a 4-course meal and they cook it themselves, and then we all sit down and eat family style, which is amazing. It'll take a little time, but your page will grow. You have an amazing contact. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And yes, I know it's going to take time. I can't just hop on here and assume that it's going to fly. So, but I appreciate the support from everybody who believes that I can make it work. So I'm just going to keep sitting here and talking to myself. We're probably going to get very repetitive as soon as people start joining and asking questions. Teaching. I've taught classes where people just kind of, I think what happens with cooking is people get, this is why I don't like recipes. I absolutely do not like to cook with recipes unless I'm baking. I like to be able to have a concept. I'll do research on it, figure out the origin of the dish, what is the actual spice background. What am I trying to accomplish with this dish? So when I start a new dish that I've never made before, I always throw my own spin in there because that's just what I do. I love spice. I love to make things a little spicy. So if I can make it a little spicy, I will, unless I'm being very, very specific. And that's definitely what I did at my restaurant. I had a very, very diverse menu, global cuisine, a lot of like street food types of dishes. We were a fast casual restaurant, but I haven't been trained with Michelin star chefs. My restaurant was like on point. You can come in there and eat off the floor. Never, ever did anything, not even my flat top, my plancha was always silver. Still, to this day, well, I don't know what's going in there right now, but definitely I always made sure and took care of all my pots and pans. I mean, it's just ingrained in me, when you follow people as chefs who, just form who you are and, just kind of make you understand where your strength lies and how you want to be perceived as a chef. So that's what I've been cultivating since the beginning of my career. Definitely so many hits and misses. Like, good Lord, if I can tell you how many times I've taken like literally a whole pan and just dumped it into the garbage because I royally mess it up, not paying attention or just adding something that, I'll go, oh yeah, that'll work in there. And it totally does not. But again, just hi, thank you. But definitely having a background knowledge of what it is that you're trying to accomplish definitely helps you in your cooking. If you're starting off as a home cook, definitely get your recipes down. Make sure you understand what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Take your time with it. Don't be afraid of it. Push outside of the envelope. I mean, there were things that we did at the restaurant. I mean, if you go into that Instagram page, the Protea YV, you would be like, what did she just do? Because empanadas, which is what we're doing right now, if you're joining me right now, I am doing some empanadas. These are a Cabernet beef empanada. Hi. Hello. Who am I speaking to here? How you doing, Keith? Is that you? Oh my gosh. Hi. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you are on my live. You found me. That's so awesome. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming and taking taking time out of your day to be with me today. We're getting started here nice and slow. Like I said, I'm very new to TikTok. This is my first real live. But I do lives. Is that right? I do lives. Let's just go there. I do lives every 2 weeks with Corto olive oil. They are an olive oil brand that I've been using ever since I opened my restaurant. They changed my life in the way that I cook. It's absolutely amazing. So this is who they are. They're always with me. I hope TikTok is okay with me talking about them. But they travel with me everywhere I go. So every 2 weeks, I go live and I teach a recipe that is olive oil driven. And I teach, just show my home chefs out there, that cooking with olive oil, there's nothing really scary about it if you use a really high quality olive oil. But right now I feel like I'm going all over the map. Definitely going back to what I was saying, we are making some empanadas. Why? Because I am moving in a couple of weeks, actually it's 7 days now, and I have all of this picadillo and empanada dough that I have to use. So this is what we're doing today, and then I'm going to make small bundles and gift them and donate them to my friends and family here in the Napa Valley where I live. One client, guest of the restaurant specifically, her daughter is cramming for the bar exam. She needs empanadas. I got to get these to her immediately. So that's what we're doing today while we chat. And I just keep yammering on. And, oh, you need some of that oil? Definitely go to their website. And also on Amazon, they have it available there. Just look up the Corto olive oil, and all of the olive oils that I use here are available there, except for the new Agrumato style Calabrian chili olive oil that they just pressed in December. It's incredible. Calabrian chilies are like my favorite chili. Well, we'll get back to that. I love chilies, but Calabrian chilies are so incredibly versatile. They're citrusy, they're juicy, they're just like, And then when you brine them and then marry them in this oil, I mean, talk about unbelievable. It's not an infusion. Agrumato is an old school Italian way of milling the chilies with the olive oil. And it's just, it's insane. That one is not available, unfortunately, so I got to shut up about it. That one was only available for a little bit of time, and they sold out like in 2 seconds. But they are going to be pressing or milling some more this coming season, so you definitely got to be on the lookout for that. But the other olive oils are available on Amazon, and if you watch my Amazon lives every couple of weeks, I have one coming up tomorrow. I post on there, the product, and all you have to do is just click on it and purchase, and it comes beautifully packaged to your door. I am taking my olive oil all the way to where I'm moving to, because I'm going to continue doing my lives. I will tell everybody you say hi. Yes, absolutely. I'm alone right now, but I will tell everybody you said hi. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited to see your face here. This is so cool. But yeah, if you're joining me just now, I think we still have the same 3 followers. It's okay. I won't get too sad about it. I know this will pick up. We just got to have some consistency, and definitely bringing you along to where we're going and showing you what we're doing. Well, it'll be more like what I'm doing in this new spot. I think it'll definitely pique some interest as well. But making empanadas, like I was saying, because with the move, I am defrosting my freezer, and I had all this beautiful picadillo in there, so I wanted to make sure that nothing goes to waste. I don't like to waste anything, so I'm going to make some bundles and hand them out. And right now, my dough is giving me a little bit of a problem, but once I get it braided, I just put it really close together like this, so then the braid holds until I'm able to put it into the bundles. And then I'm going to refreeze these unless somebody wants it fresh, and they can just eat it at their leisure. You can bake them at 375, brush a little olive oil on top. You can air fry them as well. They air fry gorgeously. You can definitely fry them in regular oil, vegetable oil, and they are just amazing. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, just gonna keep going here until we are out of dough. And then I'm probably gonna take any of this picadillo if it's left over, and I'm gonna warm this up, throw it over some rice, make myself a little serrano chili spicy salsa, avocado, tomato, and dinner's ready. So yeah, like I said, nothing gets wasted. I'm gonna make as many as I can, and then the rest will be my lunch. Late lunch, dinner, breakfast. I haven't eaten today. Anywho, that's okay. Chef life, right? But if anybody has questions about me, please, by all means, ask away. Oh, the flowers. Yes, actually, those flowers were a special gift. Lilies, tiger, what are those called? Yeah, the stargazer lilies, not tiger lily. Tiger lily is actually my photography Instagram. Forgot to mention that. I also do photography. I love landscape, macro, street photography, so I do all of that. That is also available for you to see. If you go into my Instagram, Anita Cooks One, you'll also see tiger lily photo. That I love, 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 love taking photographs. So the stargazer lily, that was a very special gift from my man's, because he knows I love them. I actually have one tattooed right here. I just love lilies, hibiscus, name it. That's the protea, actually. This is a more traditional tattoo look of the protea. It's the king protea from South Africa. I have nothing to do with South Africa, but I love the flower, and I love what it signifies. Grows on the sugar bush. Absolutely gorgeous flower. I mean, it is literally like the size of your head. And one of the meanings behind it is to be diverse and stand out in a crowd. That's why I named my restaurant Protea, because that's what I was trying to do. Because I was definitely diverse, and I stood out like a sore thumb, let me tell you. But in the land of Michelin stars and absolutely gorgeous chefs, I was well received, and I'm very proud of what I accomplished. I have zero regrets. I would totally do it all over again. Will I open another restaurant? I don't know. Right now I'm having so much fun doing this. Being able to travel and go to people's homes and make them happy, bringing them a beautiful experience with my private dinner events, you know, working with different wineries right now, just helping out where I can until I leave. And it's just a lot of fun. And definitely a lot of people know me for my dinners at home. My Instagram is mostly about my dinners at home. People always want to see what I'm cooking for dinner. And that's always a lot of fun because it's like a daily event. You know, as soon as eyes pop open, what's for dinner? Let's see. What haven't we had to eat yet? I've been trying to keep it really simple for now because I don't want to keep acquiring more product before we move. So definitely my meals have been super simple, and I've been trying to get back on track because we just had a getaway, a road trip, and good Lord, did we eat. And so I feel like a lot of tofu and fish is in order until we move, because man, did we have a good time. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here and listen to music and chat with you until I am done. And then I'll see you guys again soon. I hope, like I said, to get back on. Bye, sweetie. Thank you for coming by. What was I saying? Good Lord, I completely dropped out of my head. Anywho, I'm sure that once we get rolling here, I'll be able to do a lot more cooking for you. Once I get settled into our new house that we're staying in for a while, I definitely want to bring you guys along with me, because where we're going, thank you. Where we're going, there's just local fresh fish, local fresh vegetables, a lot of farmers out there providing really beautiful product. So I am so excited to be able to cook with those ingredients. They're different. They're the same, but they're so different because, of climate and how they grow. And some of the things there are just ridiculously insane. Like an avocado, people. Avocados are just unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the balloons. So I'm excited to get back there. It was one of those things where I would get up in the morning, I would walk down to the beach, and I would go for my run, or I would take my hike, depending on what mood I was in and how humid it was. And then I would go to the town, get my smoothie, my coffee, and then plan out the day. And I'm telling you, it changed my life. Again, another one of those moments where you go somewhere and you immediately feel like you're home. It was one of those things. And I had the same experience here in Napa Valley, but now it's time for a change. And now that I have the opportunity to do it, I'm going to take it and run with it and see where we land. Thank you so much, A-Press, for all of the likes and the gifts. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. And so I'm trying to get this done in an hour, so then we can definitely just come back at another time while I'm cooking something, and you guys can hang out with me while I do that too. Actually, I'm thinking that tomorrow for the live for Corto olive oil, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna prop up my phone right in front of it and go live here at the same time that I'm doing the live for Amazon. I think that'll be kind of neat, and you'll be able to see me in a different light, making a different recipe. And tomorrow's recipe is going to be yummy, let me tell you. Tomorrow I am going to be poaching a chicken breast in olive oil, and then slicing that up really nicely and making just a beautiful heirloom tomato caprese salad with that chicken, a little bit of chili oil, some basil, and oh yeah, right, exactly. So I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, thank you for the encouragement. I mean, it makes me a little nervous, but I think I'm gonna go on ahead and do that. Just so long as everybody knows that if you have any questions, I probably won't be able to answer you, because I am gonna be more focused on my other phone doing that live. Because there are people who stream through there and also have their own questions. But I'm excited for this recipe tomorrow. I love poaching chicken or fish in olive oil. It is such a cool technique. It takes time and patience and temperature control. But when you execute it properly, you could take that chicken and store it in your fridge and just pick at it or put it on a salad or whatever you want. So I'm really, really excited for that tomorrow. and using, you know, that Corto olive oil, well, you know, they just make my life easy. So if you guys are just joining me, or are we still with the same guys? Hey, 554 likes. Angie, I'm pretty sure that was you. Miss A. Perez. Sorry, I said your real name. I'm pretty sure that is all you, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are the sweetest. Oh, you know what? If you have a second, can you put up your son's link there? For anybody else who may be coming in, they can see. You should follow him. He streams live games. I mean, he's amazing. Such a cutie. I mean, I don't know how these kids do it. My daughter, she's just so fucking brilliant. Oh, she's so freaking brilliant. Oh, man. I just cursed. Bad girl. You guys are going to learn a lot about me. I have the mouth of a sailor. I am a chef. And I mean, I have to curb that. I'm so sorry, TikTok. Please don't ban me. I promise not to curse anymore. I'll try not to. But again, we're just going to keep going here. If you notice, I have parchment paper. This parchment actually really helps when I actually freeze my empanadas or defrost them. It captures all that moisture and it doesn't stick on there. Oh yeah! How cute. I love that name. People are so clever with their names on here, and I'm just like the real Anita Cooks one. Although I am pretty proud of that name. My lovey, he came up with that one. Because I was like, what am I going to do? There's another girl. What am I going to do? And he's like, just name yourself this. I'm like, well, doesn't that sound a little conceited? And he was like, no way, man. So there you go. So that's what I am. Anywho, if you're just joining me now, guys, I am making beef empanadas. These are Cabernet Sauvignon beef empanada. And I am just rolling a bunch of these. Because my big move coming in a few days, I wanted to make sure and take everything that I have that is still very edible and very delicious out of my home and donate it or gift it to friends and family, so on and so forth. So right now I'm just making a bunch of empanadas, and I'm going to bundle these and give them to neighbors, friends, and even family if you guys, you know. But that's a long shipment. But anyway, and oh, about my family. I come from a long line of amazing freaking women, let me tell you. I haven't really said much about my family yet. I am from Puerto Rico. Grew up in Puerto Rico. Moved to the United States. But spent most of my life in Chicago. And then I moved to California. But yeah. Long line of strong, amazing Puerto Rican women. Spaniard, mostly. But yeah, like island Puerto Rican. Were fun. I wanted to cook from the moment I could stand, honestly. My earliest memory is being in the kitchen with my mother. And I'm standing up on a chair and she's stirring this pot with a wooden spoon, and then she would taste, and then she would go back and then taste again. And I just remember thinking how beautiful her hand looked while she was doing that. And then I immediately wanted to learn how to do exactly what she was doing. And I mean, most of our lives, we were just in the kitchen talking, me and all of my sisters just screaming on top of one another, trying to get my mother's attention while my dad was, you know, playing guitar and hanging out with the men, you know. We grew things, ate off the land, you know, slaughtered our own animals. My great-grandmother had the most beautiful farm. It was just amazing, and that's how I grew up. I was farm to table before farm to table was a thing as a chef. You know, farm to table hit, you know, this ground running, and everybody's like, farm to table, and I was like, kind of been there, done that, but let's roll with it. So, I mean, my father would literally make his own mulch, his own compost, using cow manure, That was fun. There's something about cow manure that just smells really cool to me. And every time I smell it, I think of him. And he would drag me and my sister out to, you know, the backyard or la finca, which is the farm. And I would cry sometimes because it would be so hot, or I don't know, a slew of baby scorpions would come running out at me, or, you know, my hands would hurt because we were pulling weeds. That was our job. We had to pull the weeds, and it hurt. It would always slice open my hands because, you know, these little long blades and stuff. But I remember one time I was crying really hard, and I'll never forget this. I was about 6 years old. I was crying because my hands hurt so bad. They were red, and he poured alcohol on top of them to kill whatever was. This was back in the day where iodine and alcohol, that was what we used to cure things, you know, and cure is right. I mean, it was crazy, but I was crying, and he told me in Spanish, he said, you know, does it hurt? And I said, yes. He's like, good. That means you had a good day of work. Now get inside, go eat some food. I was like, okay. And I never forgotten that. And when I was in my restaurant and I was burned to a crisp and, you know, sweating and running my own line and expo and running food, clearing food, doing my own dishes every single day, mopping first in, first out, you know, I would always remember that. That has been a driving force in my life. And, you know, definitely the whole ideal that, you know, when somebody tells you no, a lot of people just kind of give in a little bit. They get, you know, taken down a couple of notches. Not this girl. I got told so many times, no, that you're not going to open this restaurant in Yountville. And I was in Napa Valley, and I was like, nope, you can't tell me no. I'm doing this, so let's go. So that's what I did. And now I'm sitting here making empanadas while talking to a couple of you. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm not going to give up. I will create a following, and you guys are going to love what I do. Watch. I promise. I promise you. So again, this is going to be more of a cooking, food eating, wine drinking, maybe, if that's allowed on TikTok. I don't even know if that's allowed. We are not heavy drinkers, but, you know, pairing wines with food is what I have to learn, or what I do, not learn, what I've learned to do because of where we live. And so that's definitely a big part of my food experience, making sure that I have the right pairings. So I'll be doing a lot of that, taking you to my favorite spots, taking you to new locations, and just, you know, having fun and talking with you guys. You're going to see me all the time, pretty much in a baseball cap, because that's how I live these days. I love having long hair, but I get really annoyed when it gets in my face. And having it up in a ponytail, it just drives me crazy. So, yeah, you'll see me a lot in hats and what have you. And I promise you, I'll wear something more colorful than black all the time. Black is my favorite color, black and red. But where I'm going, black is probably not going to work that well for me. I do have still some black clothes, but I'll be in my Shein cute little dresses, and just, unless I literally live my whole life in yoga pants, because I do that too. Oh, gotcha. That's ass. Ass as in as, not the other one. I'm going to get banned from here before I even get going. I got to watch myself. Oh my gosh. It's too funny. Miss A. Perez, I got to thank you. Thank you, girl. Oh, this one ruptured. We'll take care of that one later. You're pretty much driving this live for me. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Just making some empanadas and chatting here. I am brand new to TikTok, and I am making some beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon beef empanadas, which are going to get bundled and given. So if you guys like what you're seeing here, please check out my page and hit that follow button. Hit the like. And you'll see everything that I do. I am a chef in the Napa Valley, moving to a new location very soon. And we are going to see how my page develops. I'm excited for it. I really don't have like a set plan other than I cook. I do private events and I love life. I love to dance. I sing very poorly, but I still do it. Actually, a video on my TikTok about that. My daughter was filming me while I was cooking and singing and dancing, and it was freaking hilarious. But so I'm just going to bring you guys along with me. I'm hoping to create more content for you. I'm going to try and stay on live as much as I can before the move. And tomorrow's live is going to start at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm actually going to bring you along with me while I do my Corto olive oil. I am a brand chef for this company, and I do live recipes every 2 weeks on Amazon Live. But I'm going to go on ahead and plug in my TikTok live here at the same time so you guys can see what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'll be making a olive oil poached chicken breast with a caprese heirloom tomato salad. It's going to be really simple. My job there is pretty much to show you how to cook with olive oil and elevate my home chefs and their cooking for their families or whatever you have going on. So if you want to check that out, it is on Amazon Live, or you can just check it out here because I'm just going to stream it at the same time, and that'll be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I'm going to try and get back on a couple more times. I'll still be, adding content and such. But then next week, I'm off for a few days. And then I'll get back on and show you the new location and where I'm going to be streaming live from on TikTok and Instagram and Amazon Live. So it's going to be really exciting. I am fairly new here. Actually, I'm really new here. So I'm learning things as I go. So please be patient with me. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, please go on ahead and do so. Yeah, I can't wait either, sweetie. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I've got a Blueberry sending me some balloons. I absolutely love that name. Blueberry, like the cereal, I think. Old school, man. We are old school here. I love it. So I'm almost done with my picadillo. So I'll be hopping off fairly soon. Actually, this worked out beautifully. I couldn't have... see, this is what comes with experience as a chef. I had 2 quarts of picadillo. I'm down to 1 empanada. Hello. There we go. And that's stuff that I can teach you too. So, 1 empanada left. And I want it to be on for an hour, and it's going to be absolutely perfect. I love it. This one's going to be a bingins. This one's going to have a lot of picadillo in it. Might have to actually take some of this one off. It's okay. I'll eat that. I'm actually kind of sad because I said earlier I was going to take whatever leftover picadillo was left and make it for my dinner, and now I don't have dinner. But that's okay. I am sure I can come up with something out of my fridge. So thanks again, guys, for being here today. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to try and hop on as much as possible so that you guys can see what I'm up to. And let me know if you have any suggestions, okay, guys? All right. That is it. Wow. That was amazing. Woo! Thank you so much for joining me today. So excited. Can't wait to be back tomorrow. And in case you have not noticed, I am a chatty Cathy and I love to talk to people. And I definitely love to talk about food. So if you guys want to see what I'm up to, please hit that follow button. Set up your notifications so you get notified when I am on. And until then, I'm just going to keep pouring all my videos into TikTok and, you know, we'll take it from there. You guys, we're in this together. I love it. So again, more of a vlog of travel, photography, cooking, and just everyday life with me, Chef Anita. And thank you so much today for joining me in making my beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon empanadas. Oh my God. These actually smell so good. If I had more time, I would probably eat all these. But time to go and make some bundles and pass these out. So again, thank you so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow, 2:30. Bye.